Good afternoon. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Glad you could make it today. I expect we'll have a couple more and we'll give them just a few minutes to join us and then we'll start working on some questions. I'm going to work on getting my iPad screen shared and we'll get started shortly. Okay, it looks like it may just be us today. Do you have any questions about any of the homeworks that we have currently, or any other general questions about the class?
Yes, I emailed you a question on the homework in 2.1. I got part of the answer correct, but I didn't understand how to answer the location.
Gotcha. I saw it and I pulled it up. I don't know why I didn't send that back, but I am going to pull that up right now. Let's see. See if I can copy and paste. Okay, can you see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the exact question you had, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the very first thing that I would want to do if I'm trying to find the x and y intercepts, so if you're looking for the y-intercept, then the x value is 0 and the y value is negative 24, right? That's what you ended up getting. And then for the x-intercept, you plug in 0 for y and you got 3. Let's actually just walk through those steps for just a second and do that. So the first one is plug in x is 0 minus y is equal to 24. So you have 0 minus y is equal to 24. So negative y equals 24. Divide both sides by negative 1, and you get y is equal to negative 24. So the y-intercept is negative 24. The location there, what you're being asked to give there is actually the point, the ordered pair. So the ordered pair in this case is 0, negative 24.
Okay, so in the parentheses, that's how it wanted it answered, 0, negative 24.
Right. And so then for the x-intercept, you plug in 0 for y, and you get 8x minus 0 is equal to 24. So 8x, or divide both sides by 8. The 8's cancel on the left, so x is equal to 3. So the x-intercept oops, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it changed apps. There we go. The x-intercept is 3, and the location is 3, 0.
Okay, I was just missing the parentheses, so that's why it kept telling me I was wrong.
Yeah, so I think that's you've pretty much done all of your homework for that section except for that one problem, right?
Yes, sir. I think I was missing a couple on the other one.
The newer ones?
No, I haven't started the newer ones yet. I was just watching the videos today.
Gotcha.
So I haven't started those yet.
So the other one from last week was 2.2. Is that right?
Yes. I can look up what I'm missing. Just give me just 1 second. Okay, I got several of those wrong. Mainly the graphing where it wanted me to give the formula for the graph from the graph.
Gotcha.
or the equation from the graph, I'm sorry. Like specifically number 3, 10, and 14 I missed.
Well, let's look at number 3. I'll pull up the graph of that one. And just so you're aware, I did post the recording of our meeting Tuesday. So we did some examples from this week's homework. So that should be helpful after you finish those videos. Were you able to finish both, or have you just finished the videos?
Was I able to finish both the 2.1 and 2.2?
Sorry, the videos for this week. You said you were watching them.
No, I have not watched from Tuesday, your synchronous meeting, but I've watched the other 2 YouTube videos.
Gotcha. So those are 3.1 and
3.2.
3.2. Okay. To expand this, we do have another friend joining us. Ashley, you can hear me all right, can't you?
Yes, I may have to step away. I'm at work currently too. So if I don't answer you immediately, I had to step out.
No, I got you. I know that last time we had some issues with Google Meet not working properly on my computer, but it seems like it is today. So what we're trying to do with this problem is to find the equation. So which equation is graphed in the figure? She dropped out. Okay. Which equation is graphed? So the first thing that I want to do is I want to find my x and y intercepts. What's my y-intercept of this graph? Well, it crosses right here at y equals 2. So that point is 0, 2. So the y-intercept is 2. The x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. Well, it turns out that's also 2. So that's 2, 0. So what we can do is we can use those 2 points to find the slope. And I actually don't think that'll be too bad for us. So let's use the first point as y2, y1, or x2, y2. So we do 2 minus 0 over 0 minus 2. And what that gives us is 2 over negative 2, or negative 1. So our slope is equal to negative 1. So now I think we have all of the pieces we need to get the graph of this equation. So normally we would use point slope formula, but we already know the intercept and the slope, so we can immediately go just straight to slope intercept. So negative 1x plus 2, or y equals negative x plus 2. That's the equation of the line that's graphed there. Does it make sense how I found that?
So will it always be in that form? The y equals
mx plus b?
Yes, sir.
So you'll be asked to give the format that is desired there. There are 3 different formats that we've talked about. There's standard form. I guess I could write that out. Standard form is ax plus by is equal to c. And in that case, a, b, and c are all whole numbers. Okay? They're whole numbers. You don't have fractions in standard form. Slope intercept form is y is equal to m times x plus b. In this case, m and b are just real numbers. They can be fractions, decimals, whatever they need to be. That's a main distinction here, but it does let us see both the slope and the y-intercept simply by looking at the equation. And then the other form we've looked at is the point slope. And that's what we get when we have the slope of the line and we have a point on that line. And it's y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So if we were given the slope of the line and a point, we would use this one to try and get the equation. Also, if we were given two different points, like we were in this case, we found those 2 points actually, you can also use point slope. You just had to find the slope, which we did, and we did that first. Other questions about this one? Okay, other questions?
I did have let me look at it. It's the 3.2, the domain and range. And
okay. Let me pull that out.
So it was on 11, and I was getting it up until all this, like on the top, the 3x squared plus 6. It just really confused me. And
Okay.
the only way I got the other one was because I was looking at the practice. And so I was just, playing with it.
For sure. Well, I'm sure we can do some examples there and get that figured out for you. If I can get my computer to work, and let me see the course materials. Come on, Edfinity, you can do it.
My question with that one is, like, how do you know what number goes in that answer? Since it's like three different three different I'm trying to say, where's it at? One, two, there's actually six of them. So
which number were you on?
11.
Okay, give me just a second.
Because I was getting it whenever it was just a single one, but now whenever you add all that, that's whenever it really confused me.
Okay, so on 11, so I'm just going to copy and paste here so we can look at this. This is the one we're looking at, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what we have is a function f of x, and f is defined by 3 piecewise portions. Oops. So we've got 3 different pieces. So if x is less than 2, then the relationship between x and y is 3x plus 6. 3x squared plus 6. If x is between 2 and 4, then it's always 3. And then if x is greater than 4, the equation is 5 minus x. So what we're doing is we're evaluating the function f at various inputs. So the first one that we're doing is f evaluated at -3. So in what part of the domain, this is the different portions of the domain, where is -3?
Where the x is at?
Okay, so that is what we're talking about. So -3 is in which portion, though? Is
Oh,
negative 3 greater than 4?
no.
No, it's not. So we're not looking at that part. Is negative 3 between 2 and 4?
Between 3 and 4.
Between 2
No.
and 4? No, it's not. Is it less than 2?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the one we're looking at. So what we have to do is we have to plug in negative 3 into this portion of the equation. So we do 3 times negative 3 squared plus 6.
Got it. Okay. That was, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, so this x is the part that you're looking inside the domain for to determine which one of these you're using.
Got it. Got it. Okay. That cleared it up. Yes, sir. Now I understand.
Let's work through it. So negative 3 squared is the first thing we do. What's negative 3 squared?
9.
9. So we have 3 times 9 plus 6. What's 3 times 9? 27 plus 6. And 27 plus 6 is 33.
33.
So f of negative 3 is equal to 33. That's your
Yes,
answer.
sir. Yes, sir.
What about
Okay. I got it.
Erase all this stuff that I did here. What about f of 2? So is 2 less than 2?
No.
No, it's not. Is 2 between 2 and 4, including 2 and including 4? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so we're looking at this one. So is there even an x involved in that section, in that
No.
definition? No. So all we have to do is say that's equal to 3.
3. Okay. Okay. You make it look so easy, you see?
I don't know about easy necessarily, but easier maybe. What about 3? What's f of 3? Is 3 between 2 and 4?
Yes.
So our answer is
3.
3. For any value, any input that we choose that is between 2 and 4, the output f of that number is 3, no matter what. So if I said f of 2.1, it's just 3. If I choose f of 3.9, it's just 3. Here I was thinking that Ashley and I would be the only ones in the meeting today. Now we're up to 5 people. All right, what about f of 4?
So sorry I'm late today.
No, it's all right. It happens. It happens. What is f of 4? Our input 4 is in which section of the domain? These are our different sections of the domain.
I would say it would be 3 again.
So because x is equal to 4, well, 4 is less than or equal to 4, right?
Right.
So our output is defined by that portion of the function, so it's 3. What about f of 7? This one right here.
I would say it's the 5 minus the x.
Right, because our x is 7, because 7 is greater than 4, we have to use the 5 minus x portion. So we do 5 minus what value?
7.
7. Our x value is 7. So 5 minus 7 is negative
2. Nope.
negative 2. So f of 7 is negative 2. And that's all on that one. Just that's evaluating a piecewise function. So you just pick the x value that's inside the function, and you figure out where that lives on the piecewise definition, and then you substitute in x if necessary, and that gives you your function value. Other questions?
Okay, on 3.1, for me, the function and function notation, the graph, I got everything correct except the now drag the points of the graph. That really lost me. I didn't know what to do with that.
What number would that be?
Let's do 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah, but I believe, 16 and 17 were similar, so either one, because I missed both of them.
Okay, let me see if I can. Probably gonna have to switch screen sharing here. Go back to my computer, and I'll have to. Let's see. Assignments. 3 point. Where's 3 point? Three point 1. 2. Okay. Let's see if I can change over and share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
Okay, so the very first thing we're given is that the equation is y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. What is the slope of that line?
Negative 2/3.
Negative 2/3. Okay. And what's the y-intercept? What's the y-intercept of the line? We're given this equation in y equals format. When we're given y equals m, which is negative 2/3 times x plus b, b is our y-intercept. So our y-intercept is 0, 4. So we on this graph, this GeoGebra graph, what we have is 2 points. And we know that one of those points is 0, 4. So I click that, the one that's at the origin, and drag it to 0, 4. And what do I need my rise and run to be? Well, it's rise over run. So the change in y, for every 2 I go down in the y direction, I have to go over 3 in the x direction. So if I go from 0, 4 right here, and I go down 2 in the y direction, I need to go over 1, 2, 3 in the x direction. So I can click this point right here and drag it to 3, 2. So my rise is 2 and my run is 3. And again, going down from left to right is negative slope, so negative 2/3. So down 2 in the y direction and over 3. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Other questions?
Okay, I'm sorry. On 10, I got the evaluate correct, but the solve, I didn't. So I don't understand what I did wrong.
Okay, let me pull that up. You said number 10 on the same section?
Yes, sir. 10, and it was the solve for -4.
Gotcha. Let me pull the one on up. Okay, so we have let f of x equal negative the quantity 2 plus x. That's what you had, correct? And the first thing we want to do is evaluate f of -5. In this case, our input is -5. So we plug in -5 for x. So we have -2, negative the quantity 2, plus a -5. Okay, so we work inside out from the parentheses. So 5 plus, or 2 plus a -5 is -3. And then the negative of -3 is just +3. Or -2 plus 5. Okay. The next one says solve f of x is equal to -4. What do we do here? Well, this time we're not given the input value. We're not given this -5 sort of stuff. We're given that the function, our y value, is equal to a number. F of x is equal to -4. So what I do in this case is I plug -4 in for f of x and then solve for x. So f of x is equal to -4. So -4 is equal to -2 plus x, the quantity 2 plus x. So I can distribute that negative on the right side to get -2 minus x. I can add 2 to both sides to get -2 is equal to -x. I can divide both sides by -1 to get x is equal to 2. And that's our final answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions? Other homework questions?
On that problem, did you divide by -1 in the end because of x?
So anytime we have a negative in front of a variable, that's always assumed to be the same as negative. Well, let me write equals. Is the same as -1 times x.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that.
Right. So if we have -2, sure, that's -2, but it's also the same as -1 times 2. It's just we don't write it that way, generally speaking. Good question. Other questions you have on homework problems? Still working through grading your exams. I know I sort of gave an update on those on Tuesday also. It just takes a long time. I've got tests in multiple classes and I'm trying to get them all done as quickly as possible, but it just takes a long time to get through those.
And on the exams, the work that we did, we were supposed to email that to you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I was just making sure that was the way we were doing it.
yeah, that's the perfect way to do it. And I think most everybody sent it in. And now I have not responded to everybody because I haven't graded everyone's yet, but I'll make sure that when I'm going through yours to grade it, you'll see an email from me that says, "Got it, thanks," or something similar.
So my last one that I didn't get either, the 3.1, and I did 12. I'm sorry, 12 on 3.1.
12 on 3.1. Okay, let me see if I can pull that up. Oops.
And
it's a funky looking graph.
I don't know if I've asked you before, but I know on the homework part, there's some videos of YouTube, but is there another place that we recommend where to find it? Because honestly, I just try to key in and then I look on YouTube and try to figure it out, or look on the practices and try to figure it out that way. But is there another place that you want us to look for videos?
So like a go-to source, I don't have a specific go-to source beyond honestly, if you're struggling with a question like that, I feel like if you can get it to me during the day, I'll do my best to do a quick recording and send it to you. Once if you send me sort of where you're getting stuck and see where you are, and certainly I know we do these regular sort of twice a week things, and I know most people are working. I get that, and so it's not convenient to do synchronous things, and it's a lot easier to search things up. Trying to think of who else, because most instructors that are teaching this are going to, if they have YouTube videos, they'll have it unlisted so you don't just find it accidentally or something like that. Khan Academy is usually pretty good. They usually have pretty decent stuff also. So that's one place I would consider. Let's try this problem, see if we can figure it out. So what you're asked to do is to evaluate f of 0 and solve for f of x equals -1. That's two different parts, A and B. And if there are multiple answers, then put the larger number in the second field. Okay, if there's just one, you'd leave the second one blank. So that's just how you enter it in. So the first thing we want to do is we want to evaluate f of 0. What does f of 0 mean?
As of what I look, well, to me, well, I don't know. I was thinking where it does that curve, because it isn't that just at the y is on the 0 line, no? The point.
Right. So what we're talking about, this is the function evaluated when x is equal to 0. And it's just like you said, we're looking for where this function crosses this line, x equals 0. So f of 0 is this point right here. So what is f of 0? Well, this is 1. This is 2. That looks like 3. So it looks like f of 0 is equal to 3. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is the sort of the same problem we were just discussing. If you see that f of x is equal to -1, what does that mean? In words. Can't draw a box to save my life.
Does x equal -1?
X does not equal -1. And that's the really confusing part about this, is that what we're really saying, come on. These automatic shapes don't want to work for me. One more time. Forget it. This means the function evaluated at x is equal to -1. So this is flipped on its head. Instead of having the function, the input value 0, like we did in the other case, we were evaluating at a value. Now we're trying to find what the value is when our output of the function is -1. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for when the function, which is on the y-axis, is equal to -1. And we're looking for x values. So what are the x values when the function is -1? Well, it's this value right here and this value right here. We actually have two different values. So this is the point -2, -1, and the point 2, -1. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
So our function value in both cases is -1. So f of -2 is equal to -1, and f of 2 is equal to -1. So the two values you're plugging in to f are -2 and 2. Now, you want to make sure that you put -2 first because you want the larger number in the second field. And Elvira, I think that was your biggest issue. I think that's the only thing you got wrong about that is that you put them in the wrong order.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, I try to play with them with the practice, and I try to write notes, but then it's like, okay, I don't understand. And then I couldn't find anything on YouTube that could help me. So.
All right, any more questions? We have just a couple more minutes. Well, if there are no questions, we'll close it out here, and y'all have a good weekend. Be on the lookout for your exam grades and the videos for next week. Send me an email if you have any questions on the homework. I'll be glad to help you out. So anyway, I think that's all, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.